Design thinking for business leaders. Why are we teaching design thinking? What is design thinking? Why the future business leaders needs to learn this? I know when we write the word design, people misunderstand that word with drawing, painting. But here, the word design stands for innovation. You're coming up with new solution. So design thinking is all about problem solving. Human-centered design thinking simply means you keep the user in the center and understand their pain points, and then you innovate. Why the future leaders must inculcate design thinking mindset? Simple because if you see, you can do the small experiment. You ask a previous generation, hey, what is innovation? They will tell you a few things. Then they will tell you, hey, it's a R&D department job. They always think innovation is somebody doing. You don't need to worry about as a business leader. There are a bunch of scientists sitting in a laboratory and they are going to innovate something. And generally, these R&D departments were a part of a factory. They used to come up with a product and then they try to sell that product to the user. In the sense, you all must have heard the word called product market fit. They used to design product first and then they retrofit it with the consumer. But this is changing. That is where new leader needs to understand. What is that? Innovation is not a department's job. It is, as a business leader, as a startup owner, it's your responsibility. You play the role. You understand the user. You consider their pain points, you empathize with them, you understand them. Then you innovate products which solve their problem, okay? Once you have idea, you go back to your factory and manufacture the product. And then automatically it fits to your end users. So it clearly shows the traditional way of thinking. It was all about a department job versus innovation is the responsibility of the people in management, and they need to consider the user and come up with appropriate or a useful solution. Why we are teaching innovation to the business leaders today? Simply because if you see today's leader, new leader versus old leaders, you can clearly see all the new leaders, whether it is Elon, whether it is a Steve Jobs or Zuckerberg, they all play a role in innovation. Okay, they are the force behind those wonderful products. Compared to the old leaders, they were just become CEOs of their companies because they worked 20, 30 years in that organization. Mostly, they rise to a CEO level from sales and marketing side. They were more of a managers compared to the new leaders who are innovators, who understand the user pulse.